Red Sox wanted in on the fun. One Red Sox in particular, and the Royals would, yes, they would play a role. Jon Lester in the top of the second facing Jose Guillen, and a short fly in the left. Manny makes the easy grab, and that's going to be his new thing. The high five from the fan. Trademark now every time. Tony Pena chopped to short. Julio Lugo gets him there. Red Sox had a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the third. Luke Hochevar facing Mike Lowell with the bases loaded. Lowell pops it up. Watch Mark Grudzielanek misplays it on a windy night at Fenway. 2 score. Sox up 4-0. They'll add 1 more before the inning was over. Top of the fourth. Here's Lester facing Guillen again. And watch this defensive effort by Jacoby Ellsbury. Coming on, and then in the backhand play, Ellsbury laying out behind Lester. To the 7th, Lester's got a no-hitter. First batter of the inning is Grudzielanek. Grounds right back to Lester. No problem there. 1 down, and the scoreboard tells the stories. So Jon and Lester, 8 outs away from the no-hitter. The next batter, Alex Gordon. Pops one into left. Manny, good thing he doesn't have to high-five the fan before the catch. He makes the catch, then the high-five. 2 down, and the next batter, Lester gets Jose Guillen, now 6 outs away from the no-hitter. And everyone in Boston well aware of what Jon Lester has been through, and if you're not aware of it, you will be shortly. On to the 8th, facing Billy Butler. Butler strikes out looking 1 down. Next batter, Miguel Olivo. And Olivo strikes out on the low pitch. There's 2 down. Mark Teahen steps in. Teahen lofts one, hit it pretty good. That's where Coco Crisp is hanging out. Lester, no-hitter through 8. To the 9th. Lester takes to the hill. He actually gave up a leadoff walk. He walked 2 in this game. Lester facing Tony Pena. And Pena grounds out to 3rd. So there's 1 down. The drama building. The next batter, David DeJesus with a runner in 2nd now. And he grounds out to Kevin Youkilis. Lester 1 out away from the no-hitter. The fans on their feet. Here's Joe Castiglione on Red Sox radio.
It's the pitch. Swing and a miss. No-hitter. Jon Lester has no-hit the Kansas City Royals. He's being picked off the ground by Jason Varitek and mobbed by his teammates. Jon Lester with a no-hitter as the Red Sox beat Kansas City 7-0.
Gets the ball from his catcher and team captain Jason Varitek. Big hug from manager Terry Francona. The two have a very special relationship, again, as you will hear. Jon Lester gets it done. It's the first no-hitter in the majors since Lester's teammate Clay Buchholz threw his last September. Lester, by the way, you see the 1 error for the Red Sox? That was his. He threw away a pickoff attempt. Lester and Jonathan Papelbon combined to 1-hit the Royals in July of '06. And don't say, well, hey, it's only Kansas City. The Royals have been hot. They'd won 6 of their last 7. And get this, Lester's no-hitter, it's his first complete game in the majors.
It really hasn't sunk in. You know, just right now it feels like I pitched and we won the game. You know, I think it's kind of like the World Series. It takes a while for this to set in and give you time to reflect on it, and you know, I guess it's one of those things you get to enjoy later.
Like, you see how he's grown in strength from having to fight that illness, but not only having to fight that illness as a human being that's a non-baseball player. You know, it's a testament for people out there that have to go through something like that, and that mentally brings them from a young man to an adult.
You know, this probably isn't fair to say, but I mean, I feel like my son graduated, and then my son threw a no-hitter. I mean, just, you know, it couldn't happen to a better kid. And that's probably selfish on my part to even say something like that, but I think it's obvious how we feel about this kid.
The Red Sox have thrown the 2nd most no-hitters in big league history, trailing only the Dodgers, 20 on the all-time list. Mets, Padres, Rockies, Rays, they don't have any. It's only the 2nd time the Royals have been no-hit, the other courtesy of the no-hitter expert, Nolan Ryan, who threw 7.
All right, we go back to the baseball diamond. Cubs-Astros. Lance Berkman is awesome. That line was supposed to be in camera, but time constraints. I'm just going to have to do it over the moving colored pictures. Bottom first runner on for Berkman. Soft grounder to short. That's not what you expect from a man who's hitting .565 in May, but that's okay. He'll get more tries. Top second runner on first, Berkman. Oh, look at the glove man there. Kosuke Fukudome goes down. Hard shot, but sorry. We picked that one clean, thank you. Top play nominee. We go to the fourth. One out. Runners on first and second. Giovanni Soto, Cubs catcher. Big swinging. Wow, there's a drive. Now, that appears to be a home run, but it's still live. So eventually it's going to be a home run. Michael Borner having some trouble finding it. Soto, first catcher to go inside the park with a home run since Joe Mauer last year. There it is. It's up, and then just a nasty ricochet there. Cecil Cooper comes out like, what are the ground rules? Soto's like, you know what? I'm done running. It's all good. We're up. Bottom four, Carlos Lee on first. Hunter Pence sends one to center, but Jimmy Edmonds. Now, he's been a Cub for what, like a week? But he's been out in center field for a long, long time, and he hauls that one in. An excellent play. Got a hill out there, which is just goofy. Pence 0 for 4 ends a 16-game hitting streak. As for Berkman, 17-game hitting streak goes down 3 Ks. Cubs win at 7-2. The Big Puma, not as big, really. All right, the Cincinnati Reds have won 6 straight, getting out of the NL Central cellar and a tie for 4th place with the Pirates. Dusty Baker, though, he's got surfing on the brain. He says, I have a lot of buddies who surf. When they catch a good wave, they ride it all the way to the beach. You ride that wave and keep on riding. You can't worry about falling off. All right, so there they are. They're in L.A., so they're close to the beach, and the big, the water on the left, that's Pacific. All right, Dusty, is he going to ride the wave? Oh, yeah, Adam Dunn. Look at that. Who knew? I mean, right now, Dusty is like the Kelly Slater of Major League Baseball managers. 5th straight game with a dinger for Dunn. 11th of the year. It could be bottom 5. Dude, Dodgers trail 5-4. Blake DeWitt singles to left. James Loney scores. So, yeah, Dusty, down he goes. We're tied at 5. Do they yell bonsai or something? I've never actually surfed. Bottom 9, surfing Dusty. He's back. He's trying to ride the wave. Russell Martin grounds to short. Paul Giannis, yikes. Dusty, look out. Undercurrent. There's some sort of bad toe going on there after intentional walk. Load the bases. DeWitt, in his career, 5 for 5 with the bases loaded. Make it 6 for 6. That's off David Weathers. Down goes Dusty. The Dodgers win at 6-5. The Reds' winning streak is over. Dude, but seriously, anytime you get to the beach, you get to day, you get to surf, that's not all that bad.
You really emptied the bag on that one.
I don't surf. I apologize. With a team that dates back to the 1800s, anytime you can tie a franchise record, you've done something right. Done. Homering, as we said, 5th straight game. That matches 3 other players for the longest streak in Reds history. Johnny Bench, you ever been to Binger, Oklahoma?
No, haven't.
Oh, you should. Binger Banger. Majors. They head into their game Monday against the St. Louis Cardinals. Got 6 out there in the West, going to San Diego, then going to L.A. Top 1, 2 outs. Ryan Ludwig at bat. Deep shot. Scott Hairston is right there to make the catch. Wait, the fan got. What's happening here? We're gonna rule it a home run. We take another look. Fan clearly interferes. Hairston was trying to catch it. St. Louis up 2-0. Is Bob Davison involved here? I don't know. Touch them all. Top 5. St. Louis up 4-1. Albert Pujols. Well, that's not exactly a wall scraper there, is it? Goodness me. 5-1, and then the 8th, Pujols. Thank you. May I have another? 2nd tonight, 11th of the season. So the Cards go out west, start the trip off just fine, thanks. Win at 8-2, plus they get to eat room service. They probably get a nice per diem, all that stuff. Phillies and the Nationals. Ryan Howard comes into this game hitting a .191. Top 1, no score, 2 on, Tim Redding. And Howard goes down for the 65th time this season on strikes, although he struck out just once in this game, but finished 0 for 4. Next batter, Pat the Bat. Pat Burrow rips one down the left field line, but Ryan Zimmerman makes the diving stop, throws him out. Great play by Zimmerman. Takes another look, probably saved a couple of runs here. That's not so good. Brett Myers, winless in his last 5 starts. Just got hammered the last time out. I don't know what we can do. Manager Charlie Manuel said just send him out there and see how it goes. That's how it went. Last thing's Millage bloops a double to right. Felipe Lopez, Christian Guzman score. Nats win the series opener here 4-0. In the 6th, trying to help his starter get his first major league win. That's not helping. Jorvit Torrealba, he's got a history in this league. Doubles down the left field line, 2 runs will score. Torrealba, straight a little far from second, gets picked off. Rockies still take the 4-3 lead. Then Ryan Rowan, you get in his house right now. 5-4-3 double play. Great effort by Omar Quintanilla. Look at him again. Trying to get taken out by Emmanuel Burris, but he makes the throw and the turn. Rocks win.
Two of the absolute best surprises in baseball going at it, the Rays and the A's. James Shields, fine numbers at Oakland in the bottom of the sixth, with Oakland down 4-3. Frank Thomas shoots it out of the yard. That's his second home run of the night. Frank's first multi-home run game of the season. Let's go to the 13th. Evan Longoria with 1 out and 1 on off a 2-1 offering. Longoria is 5th. His last home run was a walk-off against the Angels. This is not a walk-off because the Rays were on the road. They win 7-6. Rangers and Twins. Michael Kadire, by the way, started in center. Asked if you remember the last time he played center field. Kadire said, yeah, never. This is pitcher Bobby Korecki, the pitcher pinch hitting. He's the first Twins pitcher to record a hit in an American League game since the DH in 1973. I've been angry about that rule ever since. Bottom 12, tied at 6. Carlos Gomez on second. Howie Clark up, and Clark rips the drive. That's going to win it in walk-off fashion. Korecki gets his first career victory.
All right, here we go. SportsCenter's top plays, number 10, Fred. 96-year-old Edith Pittenger becomes the oldest person to take a lap around Indianapolis Motor Speedway with her blinker on. She reaches speeds better than 100 miles per hour. It's pretty awesome, I guess, if you drive the speed of your age or something.
Come on, were you making that up with the blinker?
Might have, sorry.
All right. The SWAC Baseball Championship, I like to call it the SWAC.
Thank you.
Adam Sellers singles to right, that scores 2. Texas Southern would score 5 runs in the 8th inning against Prairie View A&M. The Texas Southern pitcher, David Arredondo, strikes out Brandon Whitney. Texas Southern a winner.
Number 8, Phillies Nationals, Pat Burrell. Sorry, there'll be no base hit for you. Ryan Zimmerman has it in his glove, and then he throws it across the diamond, and as you look at it again, good replay.
At number 7, National Lacrosse League Championship. Portland Lumberjacks, Buffalo Bandits from Saturday. John Tavares weaving through and scoring to give Buffalo an 8-6 lead. And you can catch the re-air Tuesday, ESPN2 at 2 Eastern. No goal.
Number 6, Arena Football, Los Angeles, Chicago. You know what I like to say here, don't you?
No.
Tap the field, all the fun.
Oh, yeah.
Russ Mickna passes Damian Harrell, who makes a one-handed catch in the end zone.
To the night on ice at number 5, Red Wings and Stars. Henrik Zetterberg, zip, zip, zip. It's in the net. Beats Marty Turco. Series over. The Red Wings advance on to the Stanley Cup Final.
Number 4, Cubs and Astros.
Here's the 3-2 delivery. And he takes that one to center field. Talk about the hill way back. Edmonds running, looking, and he caught it. Oh, what a catch. Jim Edmonds, and uphill catch. Willie Mays, where are you? Smile. Watch this.
Whose idea was to put a hill in center field?
I don't know.
If they put it at Fenway Park, that would have made this catch a little tougher. Have to be a very shallow.
Right.
Jacoby Ellsbury, the grab. More from this game shortly.
You don't have a flagpole out there either. Number 2, Cubs Astros, Giovanni Soto. Who's catching this one? Not Michael Bourne, who made a nice leap, even though it was literally 25 feet over his head. Then he just ricochets back into center field. Soto, catcher, inside the Parker.
Glasgow strikes out. Jon Lester's thrown a no-hitter at Fenway. He no-hits the Kansas City Royals.
He was 1 strike away from getting out of the first inning several times. 1-2 to Luke Scott, ground to Derek Jeter. Jeter said afterwards originally planned on going a second, but when he went to first, the throw was high. And that would extend the inning after a base-loaded walk made it 2-0 Orioles. 0-2 to Adam Jones, and he nails it over Bobby Abreu's head. That's going to score 3. So it's 5-zip Orioles, 4 runs unearned. That's just so far. Freddie Bynum, 1-2 pitch to him, and Bynum singles to right. Adam Jones routing third. Abreu's throw is off the mark. 6-0 Orioles. It was 7-0. Joe Girardi gets Messina. He had won 5 straight starts. He lasts 2/3 of an inning. Matched the shortest start of his 18-year career. Gave up 7 runs, but only 1 of them earned. After all that, A-Rod finally came up for his first plate appearance. And the throw by Melvin Mora Drew Millar off the bag, and you see Rodriguez, but Ginger going down the line. Scary moment here, though. Derek Jeter takes a Daniel Cabrera fastball off his left hand. X-rays were negative. He said afterwards he'd be fine, but only a matter of time, right? Oh, yeah, the time was the top of the sixth. Luke Scott and LaTroy Hawkins first inside, then the fastball buzzes him. Hawkins tossed. Scott is ticked. Hawkins said he will appeal even though he hasn't even been suspended yet. The bullpen's clear, no punches thrown. Order would be restored. Hawkins was replaced by Edward Ramirez. Still 10-0 Orioles. Here's A-Rod's third at bat, and he gets it all. A two-run shot. 523rd career home run for him. That was only hit of the game. The Luke Scott facing Jose Virus in the top of the eighth, and Scott goes big fly. Orioles have won 8 of 10. Yanks have lost 7 of 9, outscored 30-8. First 3 games of the homestand.
Royals Red Sox, Justin Masterson making his second career start and having to follow up on that no-hitter thrown by Jon Lester Monday. You know what? Win would be fine for the youngster. That's all you need. Bottom second, Red Sox up 1. Coco Crisp, little 2-out knock. Ground rule double on the right field line. J.D. Drew scores. It's 2-0 Sox. Masterson pitching well, facing John Buck. Buck's done. Jose Guillen, strike 3. Masterson, 6 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned, 5 Ks. Top 8, things get a little dicey. Sox leading 2-1. Hideki Okajima facing David DeJesus. Another ground rule double. Perhaps some legitimate dimensional parts that might have just rolled around there. 5 hits for the Royals in this one, so they get something going. All right, then Guillen strikes out. So we had 2 outs, but after Okajima walks the bases full, in the 8th, we bring on Jonathan Papelbon. Billy Butler goes down. He's fired up. Masterson's going to pick up his first Major League victory. Sox win 2-1, so the Royals get some hits. Diamondbacks, Marlins. That is correct. 2 first-place teams meeting in Florida. Mark Hendrickson throwing for the Fish. Mark Reynolds flies to shallow center. Dan Uggla, he's right there. Nice running catch. We will hear more from Uggla a bit later in the program and in the game. Top 5, D-backs down 2-1. Hendrickson strikes out Chris Young with runners on the corner. He went 5, gave him an earned run, 7 Ks. All right, here we go. Same numbers. Uggla, get out off Micah Owings. Uggla sets a club record for homers in May with 10, 14 total now. So the Marlins, bit of a cushion. They're up 3-1. We go to the 8th. D-backs have closed to 3-2. They got the bases loaded. There's 2 outs. Good scoring chance. Evan Gregg strikes out Eric Burns. Chance missed. Marlins hang on to win it by a count of 3-2. Owings falls to 5-2.
You know, the Cubs have the second best record in baseball behind only the Diamondbacks. They're 7-2 in games started by Ryan Dempster. Dempster was pitching to Miguel Tejada, and, well, Tejada was doing the hitting. Doubles to left off that bullpen wall. After a Lance Berkman walk, Carlos Lee flies out to center, and Tejada's going to tag up. Berkman, by the way, 1 for 3. His average now down to 388. Good time to move him. Tejada moving, showing the great hustle and enthusiastic play. 2 batters later, Hunter Pence, bases loaded, 1 out, and Pence, the drive. And get out of town, and he means it. Second career grand slam. Pence goes 3 for 4. Astros have won 13 of 18.
Cauldron as the Mets played 2 with the Braves. Tom Glavine, former Brave, then a Met, so now he's a former Met. He's pitching for the Braves. He's in a jam with the bases loaded in top first. His team down 1-0. Moises Alou lines hard to Chipper. Glavine out of the jam yet. Carlos Delgado flies out to right. Now we're out of the jam. Minimal damage. Going to settle down after that. Settle down a lot. Top 4, Glavine strikes at Carlos Delgado. Swinging. Ryan Schneider looking in the 6th. Glavine strikes out David Wright. He goes 6 innings, 1 earned, 3 hits, 4 Ks. Retired the last 17 guys he faced, so he picks up the win. And the Braves take it 6-1. Then game 2 of the doubleheader pushed back an hour and 38 minutes by rain. Jeff Francoeur's consecutive game streak ends at 370. He was 14% of the way to Cal Ripken. I can't believe with history in the offing. Yeah, whatever. Chipper Jones, base hit down the left field lines. Scores, you know, Escobar. Braves up 1-0. Now, Jorge Campillo hasn't started games since August 2nd, 2005. But Campillo gets Damon Easley looking and then strikes out Endy Chavez. Campillo, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 7 Ks. Good work for him after not being on the bump in a starting role in quite some time. Top 9, Mets down 6-2, man on first and second, 1 out. Damon Easley grounds the pitcher. Ryan Church tries to break up the double play, and he goes down Look at him. He is out cold. Now we'll look at this again, and it's quite frightening for sure. This is Church, who went down with a concussion in a collision in spring training, and he just gets a knee right to the head. You see that in football all the time, knee to the helmet, and the guy is instantly out. You see he's cut up and groggy, a concussion. They'd eventually get him to his feet, get him. Escobar in not great shape either. Certainly we'll check on Church's condition here in the next couple of days.
White Sox in search of their 6th straight win with the Tribe in town and CC Sabathia. You know, he's never lost at U.S. Cellular until now. Carlos Quentin, the slam off the Sabathia offering. Quentin's league-leading 12th homer of the year. You want another home run? The bottom of the second. Jim Thome, 8th of the year, 515th of his career, 9th against his old team. Sabathia, 7 innings, 2 earned, 8 strikeouts. Picked up his 6th loss. He lost 7 all of last season. As you can see, Jose Contreras pitching very well for Chicago. 1 earned over 6 innings. You see Grady Sizemore tried to check his swing. Scott Lineburn gets the strikeout. And the White Sox win their 6th straight. Mariners and Tigers have the fewest wins in the American League. Jim Leyland got his team together for a little chat prior to the homestand and trying to see if they can figure things out. Edgar Renteria got the message. Suzuki, that's Ichiro, can't make the grab. Base is clear. It's a triple for Renteria, who was a double short of the cycle. He had 5 RBIs. Tigers ace Justin Verlander. Don't be fooled by that 1-7 record. Showing some good stuff on the mound in the 5th. Gets Richie Sexton. 2 batters later, Vladimir Valentin. Verlander, 6 innings, 1 earned. Curtis Granderson, 2-run shot in the bottom of the 6th. Tigers have an 11-1 lead. But actually, their bullpen was struggling to close it out. I just told it was 11-1. Make it 12-4. Adrian Beltre, a 2-run single. Make it 12-6. So Jim Leyland comes out, pulls Clay Rapata, and calls in Francisco Cruzeta. It's 12-7 now. Cruzeta facing Jose Vidro with 2 on. Grounder in a right field. Another run scores. Make it 12-8. And Leyland, on a night he figured he'd never have to use his closer with an 11-1 lead, has to call for Todd Jones. In a 12-8 game, facing Miguel Cairo with 2 on. And Jones gets Cairo to hit with a 4-6-3 double play. The Tigers have to hang on to win.
Rays, A's, low budgets, big winners so far here in the early season. Scott Kazmir holds opponents to a .056 batting average with runners in scoring position. Here, A's with a runner on second. He gets Gregorio Petit, and then Rajay Davis goes down looking. We got 2 away, and Jack Hanahan, and Kazmir completes the Gregorio Rajay Hanahan triple there to get out of the Kazmir .47 ERA the last 3 starts. Greg Smith leads the majors, 6 pickoffs this season, and Jason Bartlett was straying. Eventually run him down. Bobby Crosby makes the tag. Smith ends the inning. 7 pickoffs. Top 8. Rays down 1-zip. Bases Chuck. Keanu Navarro. Line drive into left center. Emil Brown. Yes, he has trouble. Lost it in the lights. That's what I always say. Lost it in the lights. Big air. 3 score. Rays take it. Their 5th straight win over Oakland.
You know, the Phils haven't been shut out in consecutive games since 1999. Trying to keep it that way against the Nationals. And Cole Hamels, they had the right guy on the mound. If somebody's going to be shut out in this one, it wouldn't be the Phillies. Hamels was dealing, had it all going on. Jason Bergman, by the way, for Washington, also pitched great, but he's not pictured. Hamels, 7 innings, struck out 11, no runs, all that, no decision. Greg Dobbs, guy's got a sore back, the pinch hitter at the top of the 9th. Going to win the game for him. Dobbs is 10 for 22 as a pinch hitter this season.
Adam Dunn, 5 straight games with a dinger. That ties the Reds club record, and the club has been around since 1872. Reds, Dodgers, bottom 2nd. Bums up 1-0. The bases are loaded for your pitcher, Chad Billingsley. All 9 Dodger starters had a hit, pitcher included. It ain't hard, but it gets in there. 2-0 Dodgers. Top 4, still 2-zip. Ken Griffey Jr. at the plate. He hadn't homered since April 23rd. Maybe has one here. Matt Kemp going back. He's in center for Andrew Jones, and that is an excellent catch. The junior still at 597 career home runs. There you go. Good concentration. And, yeah, even if it bounces, make sure you hold on tight. Later in the frame, Billingsley facing Adam Dunn. You know, he's strong. He just pulls telephone poles out of the ground and swings with them. He was 1 for 3. Struck out there 1 for 3. Lousy single. Dodgers win 4-1. Blue Jays. Things with wings for 200, please, Alex. John Lackey making his second start of the season since coming off the DL, and Brad Wilkerson just looks at the old cheeser. Lackey, 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned, 6 Ks. Wilkerson up again facing Lackey, and this is more bad luck. Great double play, 4-6-3. Sean Rodriguez, good reaction. My series is Torres completes the double play. Lackey out of the jam, like the defense. Bottom 9 bases, Chuck Francisco Rodriguez closing it out, but it's a bit of the soup. Anytime you got all yellow dots up there, Alex Rios goes down, though. So Lackey wins for the first time since September 28, 07. Angels 3-1.
You know, Bud Black and the Padres, they were really a game away from being in the playoffs last year, and this year they're Major League Baseball worst 16-30, trying to figure things out. Kevin Kuzminoff, if it's fair, it's gone. Yeah, it's fair, it's gone. It's 4th of the season. Padres at a 3-2 lead. To the 9th, Albert Pujols and a couple of jacks on Monday night, leading off against Trevor Hoffman with a chance to tie it. And the ballpark's going to hold that. Khalil Green makes the catch. Padres get the comeback victory, snap their own 3-game losing streak, and the Cards' 3-game winning streak.
Plus 5 in a row, 3 of those over the weekend in Boston. Paul Maholm, his ERA nearly 8 in the last 3 starts, so that's good for the Brewers with the bases full. Jason Kendall grounds to third. Freddie Sanchez, take the force and head to the dugout with 3 outs. The problem is, actually, that one right there is only the 2nd out. And talk about not assuming the double play. A guy that assumed the inning was over, which was a bad deal. Pirates lose this one 7-2. Yeah, you should never assume those kind of things. SportsCenter's top plays. Number 10, Fred. Mets, Braves, David Wright. Shot to short at number 10. You know, Escobar dives, makes the grab, gets up, gets the out at first. Look at that, it's good work. Braves sweep this thing, 6-2 in this particular ball game, but they sweep the doubleheader.
Speaking of sweeping, cricket. Kolkata and Rajasthan. Graham Smith hit it behind him, and Ridhaman Shah makes the diving catch. Not enough, though. Rajasthan beats Kolkata by 6 wickets.
Number 8, Dancing with the Stars. Who won this thing, Lee? You were watching.
I'm going to say Christy Yamaguchi.
She did beat Jason Taylor and Christian De La Fuente, who doesn't play for the Dolphins, and there you saw she's the champ. Good for her.
Number 7, the Phillies and the Nationals. Pat Burrell's going to pop it up into foul territory near first. You know, they don't have that much room in foul territory there in D.C. at the new park. And Dimitri Young makes the grab.
Number 6, Diamondbacks Marlins. Connor Jackson fouls one off. Marlin fan leaves over the railing, and very nice work there. You see, they have a lot of empty seats there in Miami.
At number 5, back to the Phils and Nats. What a game apparently this was. Shane Victorino through to left center. Lastings Milledge the slide to get it. Greg Dobbs is sent home, and Jesus Flores blocks the plate for the out. Watch it again. A tremendous block of the plate. Phils won the game.
Yeah, and Phil Cousy makes the call. Number 4, Reds Dodgers. Jeff Kent. Fly to right. King Griffey Jr. comes in, makes a sliding catch. He was robbed of a home run in this game, but he gets an out back here with a nice play. Number 4 on the top plays.
Love the college baseball. San Diego State and UNLV. Xavier Scruggs. A pop-up to shallow right. Pat Caldwell gonna dive and make the play. Doesn't even need his sunglasses. UNLV wins 6-2. Watch it again. The dive and grab loses the shades.
Number 2, Rangers Twins. This is the big leagues again, so they're using wooden bats and making millions of dollars. Delvin Young grounds to first. Chris Shelton diving stop is the out at first.
Coming in at number 1, Reds and Dodgers. Ken Griffey Jr. Deep to right center. Matt Kemp goes to the wall and makes the grab. Watch it again. A nice grab. On other nights, that's number 4.